Like, I'm not trying to spend money to find out if I like you. We would still interact.
Okay.
Do nothing, like go
Yeah,
to
I
the
don't
beach
expect
or.
that.
But
That's
I'm
not
saying
true.
like formal settings. Like I ain't doing that. I'm not here to play with y'all. Like
Right.
if y'all don't pick me because I'm not doing something y'all tell me to, then that's on y'all.
Am I the only one whose side are injustice? You went on a dating show where you knew you'd have to date multiple women and you'd have to spend time with all of them, convincing them that you were ready to love. So why are you suddenly making a big deal about it? Hey, anyway, I'm in my feelings. Hey there, it's Valerie again. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, leave a like in the comments. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Ready to Love, Season 7, Episode 4. So, in this episode, we start off with the ladies meeting up with Tommy and being advised that this is their week and they will get to choose which guy is not ready to love, and they're encouraged to sort of step outside of the box and see if they can create more connections with the guys and see if they can sort of sieve out the guys that are not there for the right reasons. And then we have Randall go on a date with Kayla. And Kayla seem to be very flirty and seem to really get along. They do talk about Justice, how he grew up mixing with his extended family, his aunts and uncles and cousins. And so he says when he has his own family, that's what he would like to sort of bring over into his family. He does, however, mention that, he wants to spend time getting to know the woman first and spending quality time enjoying himself with the woman that he's going to settle down with before starting having a children. They flirt about the number of children that they want, and for me, had it not been the fact that he also is doing the same thing with Jamala and Trinika, I would say yes, he has a strong connection with Kayla. But I think I don't want to seem judgmental, but it seems like Justin is playing a game of numbers in the sense that he's trying to keep both ladies feeling like they are it, because whichever lady he's with, he makes her feel like, she is it for him. No one can surpass her. And then he goes on to Jamala and he treats her the same. And he goes on to Tronika and he treats them. Because last week on his date with Tronika, I thought they had a great connection and I thought this is it for him. But suddenly he's gone on a date with Kayla and it seems it's the same thing. And so I don't know how long he can sort of continue to play that game before the girls sort of pick up on him and probably send him home. Paula then decides to go on a date with Justice because she says she still needs to sort of explore and get to know him better. And during the date, they were having conversations, and Justice says, he's not a romantic guy. He's not into spending money on someone. He's only interested in doing that with someone that he has a strong connection with, and that he's not going to run around, sucking up to the ladies to sort of get them to pick him as the guy who's ready to love. And he said, I am a king and I expect the lady to come over to me. And it's like, yes, we are kings and queens, but there is a time and a place for it. You can't expect everybody to treat you as a king if you are not treating them as a queen. So I don't know what he meant by that. And he came across as very arrogant and very dismissive and sort of unbothered. And I don't know whether he was doing that because he was in his self-protective mode where he didn't want it to seem like he needed the ladies in order for him to stay on the show, or he needed the ladies in order for him to find love, because he said, if you all decide to send me home because of that, then that's it. And it's like, I don't think this is it. I think it's a matter of you putting your best foot forward and you not appearing to sort of disregard the feelings of the people you're dealing with, because at the end of the day, if your goal is to find love, you still need these ladies to look at you in a positive light. It's not that you're sucking up to them, but you want to present yourself in the best possible way. But hey, I digress. So everyone meets up with Tommy. He lets them know that he's going to be holding a white party at night. Obviously, they've been invited to another pool party. He encourages the single. He brings his wife along with him. So he encourages the single to make sure that they find someone that they want to really spend the rest of their life with, someone who's ready for a commitment just as they are ready, and to also try and sieve out those people that they feel that they're not yet ready to love. Everybody is there. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Party, Randall meets up with Jamala. He says he also has a connection with Kayla and Tronika, and you can see as he's hugging Jamala that Kayla is looking. I don't know whether it's the editing or whatever, and it's just like, why? We don't need a love square. There are other guys there. I personally, as I've said before, I think Randall is telling the girls what they want to hear, because all the girls is attracted to they have a similarity in their appearance. Their characters might slightly differ, but the way their features are, it's more or less the same person. And so I don't get what he really likes about them, or whether he's just telling them what they want to hear in order for them to stay on the show. Last week I thought he had a great connection with Tronika, but then this it seems this time he has a great connection with Jamala. He also has a great connection with Kayla, so I don't know how that's going to play out. So Brandy is playing Jenga with Samson, Swayze, and Cherise, and she picks up a card. Gives you your favorite, connection, a lap dance, and she runs over to give Mike a lap dance. And I think they have a great connection. I've noticed that since they first met, that they tend to gravitate one another, and she seems, whereas other ladies have Mike in a sort of defensive stance, she seems to calm him down, and he seems very relaxed, very at ease. Their connection is amazing. There's no toxicity. Even last week when he was becoming agitated, Brandy came round and then he just calmed down, and they sat down and continued with their conversation. So I like that about them. Obviously, Cherise decides to go and have a conversation with So. I don't get that. I think she's just after the drama. I don't know who Cherise has a connection with, though. I really don't know who Cherise has a connection with. I think she's just doing everything for the drama. I don't know. Maybe I might be judging her. And also, Zoe, I think, is there. He's telling people what they want to hear. I said this last week when he started talking to Shakira about her son, that Zoe is telling people what they want to hear, and I don't think he's really genuine about looking for the connection. He did say he was engaged to someone and he only proposed to the person just because of the pressure. And Cherise was saying it's a red flag and blah. And it's like, Cherise has so many red flag moments. Yes, they are red flags, but she's constantly picking on red flags with these guys and not focusing in on herself and saying what are the issues that I personally need to deal with so that I can attract the right people. I don't know, we'll see how. Obviously, Cherise moves on looking for drama, so she moves on to Mike. They have a conversation. I think they sort of iron out their differences and the issues that they had previously when they sort of fell out after she called Mike's children a baggage, which is good. I think they just agree to disagree and know that they don't have a romantic connection, and that's fine. So then suddenly we see Mike outside. He is with Caden, Jamala, and Shakira. They're having a conversation, and then suddenly Jamala sort of brings up that it was good of Mike to sort of have a conversation with Cherise and sort of iron out their differences, because all it is maybe she just there was a misunderstanding on their part and how they communicate. And then Caden brings up the issue of, oh, as a black man, you have to be mindful of how you come across and whatever. And so Shakira immediately stands up and says, I don't want the drama, so I'm going to move. And that's when Caden brings in, Shakira, oh, you would be more sensitive to this. And it's like, that's really not necessary. That's not necessary. That has nothing to do with Shakira. If you're having a conversation with Mike, have a conversation with Mike and leave Shakira alone. So Mike does try to sort of keep Shakira at the table, asks her to stay, but she moves on. She says she's not here for the drama and she doesn't want that. And I think that wasn't necessary for her to say that. Randall moves on to his next connection. He moves on to Kayla, who's asking him about, him sitting down with Jamala and having a conversation. And it's just like, okay, I don't know. It is what it is. And some of the people, you can tell who's got a connection with who, and some who are just enjoying themselves. That's it. I know Randall is in the love triangle with Jamala, Tronika, and Kayla. But I think LJ has a great connection with Looney, and I think Mike has a great connection with Brandy. I know Shakira said she has a great connection with Samson, but I really haven't seen them communicate, but maybe we will see it later. Obviously, they're asked to get ready for the night. And I think the party got out of hand. I think some of the dancing, I know it's dancing, but I think there's things that we do with that we don't need to do if we're looking for a romantic connection. I think some of them with, people standing with one leg in the air and the guy bumping and grinding in his back, I thought was a bit too much. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a prude. And so Justice leaves the party because he says he has an opening that he has to attend, and Tommy wasn't really happy with that. The ladies do have a sort of a conversation with Tommy and sort of call out their bottom three. And I think LJ doesn't need to go home. I know Shakira said she wasn't happy with LJ because he wasn't paying her any connection. He only called her once and that was it. And it's like, okay, but I don't think you really, that should be enough to sort of turn the two of you off each other unless there's something else that we didn't get to see. And so Justice, as I've said, leaves the party to go to his event. The girls then nominate Zoe, LJ, and Justice. And Justice, I understand why he was nominated because of the conversation that he had where he sounded very disrespectful. But I don't know why LJ was in the bottom. Zoe, I understand, is in the bottom because he's been very he's sort of being very vague and appearing to tell the ladies what they want to hear. So I really hope that they don't send LJ home. I really hope they don't send LJ home. Swayze was there, but he was very quiet. We really didn't hear much of him. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I don't know. I'm not happy with LJ being in the bottom three. That's just my opinion. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye everyone.